Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're your guides, diving deep into a topic that's, well, more relevant than ever, navigating mental health care right here in Richmond, specifically in 2025.
That's right.
Our mission is really to cut through any confusion, extract the most important actionable insights from the sources you've shared.
hmm
We want to help you get truly well-informed on care options, costs, coverage, especially if you're living in or looking at Richmond.
Yeah,
It's pretty striking how mental health awareness seems to have reached unprecedented levels here.
it really has.
More residents than ever seem to be confidently seeking professional therapeutic support,
It truly is. And that's precisely why we're doing this deep dive today.
right?
What often seems like a complex process, finding care, understanding treatments, dealing with all the logistics, it can actually be simplified.
Hopefully.
We want to help you understand the comprehensive um, research-backed treatments available and, crucially, how to access them effectively.
Oh, okay.
Think of us as, well, your shortcut to making sense of it all.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Let's start with the range of popular therapy services you can find right here in Richmond.
Sounds good.
First up, we have couples and marriage counseling. This therapy is, well, it's all about strengthening relationships, right? Improving communication, resolving those tricky conflicts.
Exactly. And therapists in Richmond often use really solid, proven methods.
Yeah.
Things like emotionally focused therapy or EFT,
EFT.
which helps couples understand their deeper emotional needs, maybe break negative patterns, or the Gottman method.
Yes, Gottman. That focuses more on practical skill.
Pretty much. Building friendship, managing conflict in practical ways. These are incredibly effective for issues like trust breakdowns or, communication challenges.
It's about building a stronger foundation, definitely. Finding the right approach seems key.
It really makes a difference. Now, moving on. For those seeking support with anxiety and depression, therapy here often combines multiple research-backed techniques. The aim is always to help individuals manage their symptoms and, significantly improve their overall quality of life.
And what techniques are common there?
Therapists frequently utilize cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT,
CBT, yeah, that's a big one.
right, which helps you identify and change those unhelpful thinking patterns. And they often combine that with mindfulness-based intervention.
Focusing on being present and aware.
Exactly.
Then there's trauma and PTSD treatment. This really zeroes in on addressing the lasting effects of traumatic experiences.
A very specialized area.
Sources tell us specialists use highly specialized approaches. Things like EMDR, eye movement desensitization, and reprocessing.
Yes, EMDR, which helps process distressing memories. Also, trauma-focused CBT, which is specifically adapted for trauma.
Okay.
And even somatic experiencing techniques, which work with the body's sensations to release stored trauma.
The emphasis there is always on creating safe, supportive environments for processing those difficult experiences, I gather.
Absolutely crucial. And finally, for anger management therapy, the goal is teaching healthy strategies for understanding and controlling intense emotional responses.
How does that work?
Therapists apply cognitive behavioral techniques to help clients identify their triggers and develop practical, effective coping mechanisms.
Got it. So lots of tailored approaches available.
Definitely. And a key development we're seeing, which is genuinely transformative, is how modern technology makes care even more available.
You mean online therapy?
Exactly. Online therapy in Richmond provides incredibly convenient and accessible mental health care right from your home.
So like video calls.
Licensed therapists offer secure video sessions, messaging support, things that could fit into even the busiest schedules.
Right.
All while maintaining the highest professional standards. This isn't just a minor tweak, it fundamentally shifts how people seek and receive care. It removes so many traditional barriers.
That's a powerful insight. It really highlights how technology isn't just about convenience, is it?
Not at all.
The true benefit is how it's sort of democratizing access, reaching people who might have faced geographical barriers or social stigma, or even just the impossibility of fitting traditional in-person appointments into their lives.
You've hit the nail on the head.
It fundamentally broadens the definition of who can prioritize their mental health. And speaking of access, a huge part of that decision-making process, for many, it comes down to understanding the costs involved.
Precisely. This is the really interesting part for a lot of people. Having this information up front is crucial for making informed decisions.
So let's dive into the numbers.
Okay, so instead of listing every single number for every therapy type, let's look at the broad strokes and what really stands out.
Good idea.
For most individual therapies in Richmond, general individual therapy, teen counseling, ADHD support, trauma-focused care, You're typically looking at a session cost somewhere between, say, $110 and $300.
Okay, that's quite a range.
It is, but the great news here is that the vast majority of these, like 80% to 90%, are covered by most insurance plans,
Oh, that's good.
which means your copay generally falls between about $20 and $45 per session.
Much more manageable.
Now, here's a critical difference that really stands out. Couples counseling?
Ah, okay. What's different there?
While a session might range from $150 to $350, our sources reveal limited coverage. Only about 30% of plans offer coverage.
Only 30%. Wow.
Yeah, meaning a copay could be $40 to $80, and often you're paying more out of pocket.
So that suggests a kind of systemic gap, maybe, in how relationship health is financially supported?
It certainly seems that way, despite how high the demand is for it.
That's a really important takeaway for our listeners. It highlights where you might need to budget a bit differently, perhaps.
Absolutely. On the flip side, though, group therapy is a surprisingly affordable option,
Oh, yeah. How much?
often costing only $40 to $80 per session.
That's significantly lower.
And here's the best part. It's covered by an impressive 95% of plans,
95%.
with typical copays as low as $10 to $25. This makes it an incredibly accessible entry point for many people.
That's fantastic. What about online therapy costs?
Also highly accessible. Sessions typically run between $80 and $200,
Okay.
and they're covered by 90% of plans, with copays around $15 to $35. Again, really underscores the accessibility of virtual care.
Right. Can you quickly clarify that insurance coverage legend you mentioned? Most, some,
Tell me-
limited.
When we say most plans, we mean 75% or more coverage is typical, usually with reasonable copays.
Got it.
Some plans signifies 30 to 75% coverage. That often translates to higher out-of-pocket costs for you.
Okay.
And limited plans, like we saw with couples counseling, means less than 30% coverage, so you're likely self-paying for most or all of it.
That makes sense. And what about how long treatment usually lasts? Does that affect costs too?
Definitely. Understanding typical treatment durations can help you anticipate the overall costs and commitment. Short-term therapy, maybe for anxiety or very specific issues, might be around 8 to 12 sessions.
Okay.
Medium-term, for things like depression or relationship issues, could be 12 to 24 sessions.
Yeah.
Long-term therapy, often for trauma or more complex conditions, might involve 24 or more sessions, sometimes extending over a year or more.
And ongoing support.
Yeah, that could just be like monthly maintenance sessions after completing a more intensive phase. Each of these obviously impacts the total investment you're looking at.
It's also incredibly helpful to know the various payment options available in Richmond.
Yeah.
It's not just about insurance, is it?
Not at all.
Beyond major insurance plans, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, Aetna, Cigna, United Healthcare, Medicaid being widely accepted, many providers offer sliding scale fees.
That's right, income-based rates.
Exactly. Based on your income, typically ranging from maybe $50 to $120 per session, it ensures care is more affordable for different financial situations.
A really important option.
And for those who self-pay, there can be benefits too.
Sometimes, yeah. Often a 10–15% discount for paying in advance for several sessions, package deals, maybe even student and senior citizen discounts. It varies by provider.
And payment plans.
Flexible payment plans are also common, like monthly installments. And you can often use HSA or FSA accounts.
Can you quickly explain HSAs and FSAs?
Sure, health savings accounts or flexible spending accounts. They let you set aside pre-tax money specifically for qualified medical expenses, which includes therapy.
So it's like getting a discount because it reduces your taxable income.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
A smart way to pay if you have one of those accounts.
Good tip. And don't forget employee assistance programs, EAPs.
Ah, yes. Definitely check those.
Many Richmond employers provide, 3 to 8 free therapy sessions through these benefits. It's absolutely worth checking with your HR department.
Crucial first step for many. And just to connect this to the bigger picture of citywide support,
Yeah.
the Richmond Behavioral Health Authority, or RBHA, is a truly vital resource. They offer comprehensive mental health, substance use, and crisis support across the city.
Good to know there's that public resource, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this brings us to another crucial aspect. The legal frameworks and patient rights shaping mental health care in Richmond in 2025.
Right. Knowing your rights. Important stuff.
It really is. You need to know your rights and protections. For example, Richmond follows federal mental health parity laws. These are significant.
Parity laws, what do they do exactly?
They ensure that your mental health treatment receives the same insurance coverage as your physical health. They eliminate those old discriminatory practices that used to limit access to care.
So insurers can't treat mental health differently, like having higher copays just because it's therapy.
Exactly. That's a huge relief for many, knowing their mental health is valued equally by their insurance.
Definitely. What else?
Then there's patient confidentiality and rights. Richmond maintains strict confidentiality under IPA.
IEPA, right? The privacy law.
That's the one, the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, and also state regulations. All your therapy sessions are confidential.
Meaning the therapist can't just tell anyone what you talked about.
Correct. Your personal information is only shared with your written consent or in very specific legal circumstances, usually involving imminent danger to yourself or others.
That provides a strong foundation of trust and privacy, which is essential for therapy.
Absolutely essential.
Mm.
Furthermore, regarding licensing and professional standards, it's vital to remember that all therapists must be properly licensed in Richmond.
It's not just anyone hanging out a shingle.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
This isn't just a formality. It requires extensive education, supervised training, and ongoing professional development to maintain their licenses. It ensures they're providing quality, ethical care.
So always check credentials.
Always. It's your right to know you're seeing a qualified professional.
Okay, so switching gears a bit. When it comes to actually finding the right fit, the sources offer some really practical advice. You can, and really should, search for licensed mental health experts based on the specific conditions or specialties you're looking for.
Makes sense. Tailor the search.
And you can filter by language, gender, cultural background, or even session format preferences like in-person versus online.
Which is great for ensuring maximum comfort and connection.
Exactly. And it's crucial to check those transparent therapist profiles, look for genuine reviews, detailed pricing info, clear insurance compatibility details.
All to help you make truly informed decisions.
It's not just about finding a therapist, right? It's about finding the right therapist for you.
Absolutely. And maybe to reinforce some key takeaways, we can address a few common questions people might still have.
Yeah, good idea. Like a quick recap.
Okay, first, what types of therapy are available in Richmond? Well, as we've discussed, Richmond offers comprehensive, research-backed treatments. Individual, couples, family, specialized options for anxiety, depression, trauma, anger management. The works.
Lots of choices. Next.
Is therapy covered by insurance in Richmond in 2025? Yes, overwhelmingly so. Most insurance plans are required to cover mental health services under those parity laws we mentioned,
With typical copays between.
usually ranging from $10 to $50 depending on the plan and therapy type.
Okay. What about virtual sessions? Are they secure?
Absolutely. All online therapy platforms must meet strict IPAW compliance standards. That means digital security and privacy protection through encrypted, secure connections. Your information is safe.
Good to know. And finally, how soon can someone actually start therapy? Is there a long wait?
It varies, but many therapists offer same-day or next-day appointments for urgent needs. For routine appointments, most clients can typically schedule within 1 to 2 weeks, which is actually quite responsive.
That's faster than I might have expected. Good news.
It is. Access has improved.
So, okay, let's try and wrap this up. What does all this mean for you, the listener? I think the core takeaway from this deep dive is that mental health care in Richmond in 2025 is, well, it's increasingly accessible.
Definitely.
It's truly comprehensive, and it's strongly supported by favorable regulations. Plus, there are many clear options available to help you manage the costs.
It's about empowering you with knowledge.
Right. Making informed choices.
And maybe leave you with something to think about. Considering this wide array of evidence-based therapies we've explored and the expanded accessibility we've highlighted,
Yeah.
how might this evolving landscape of mental health care in Richmond actually redefine what it means to prioritize well-being? Not just for individuals, but maybe for families, for relationships as a whole.
Interesting question.
And what implications does this have for destigmatizing mental health support even further within our community? Something to ponder.